All right, lined up, ready to go. This is always the part where I'm like, God, should I tell people about this? But you know, then I'm like, all right, well, you know, you did learn a lot on YouTube, so best share it with the world. All right, contact. Oh, okay, I should test this out on a piece of scrap. This will work, a little birch, to make sure what I'm doing is actually gonna work before I butcher a nice cutting board. Guys, welcome back to the channel. Please excuse my frantic state, but I have just stumbled upon a spat of genius. Now, this doesn't happen often, so we gotta act quickly. Now, I have here a beautiful walnut epoxy inlaid cutting board. I mean, look at it. I actually made a video pretty recently pressing some of these out, which I will link and you can watch, and it's good. Here's the thing though, if you make fancy cutting boards, or if you make any kind of cutting boards in general, you know, when you give a gift that's handmade, something like this, people will say, oh, I can't cut on this, it's too beautiful, it's too nice. Okay, I found the solution. Boy, I'm tempted not even to tell you. This is gonna change a lot. This is gonna change cutting boards forever. Okay, all right, here, okay. I mean, totally. Am I good here? Here's what we're gonna do. This is the back of the cutting board. Now, I do a lot of shadow boxes and picture frames. What if you could hang this on the wall? You're saying, that's genius. Of course it is. But look, if I nail that to the back of this cutting board, when I flip it over, it's gonna be all over the place. And I can't use it as a cutting board. I could use it as a wall piece, but I can't use it as a cutting board. That's where this little bad Larry comes in. This is a keyhole cutting bit for a router. Now, I know I'm gonna get this in the comments, but yes, you have to have one of these bits and you have to have a router in order to make this happen. But the idea behind this being, you put it in your router, you plunge into the wood, you move over a few inches, and then you're able to use that relief to pop it over a nail, slide it over, and voila, your cutting board's hanging on the wall. Ah, this is a good idea. All right, before we butcher this, we're gonna try it on a piece of scrap wood. So I'm gonna just actually I'm gonna set the router up so it's essentially doing what I want it to do on this thing. I know this is just a small piece of scrap, but I figure if we can set it up to cut that hole, taking into consideration this nice chamfer we've got, will be, you know, then we won't have to do it. Part of my problem is I'm wearing a extra large t-shirt under a large fleece. This makes for an interesting look. Yellow tape, put that right there. If I had thought of this before I made this cutting board, I likely wouldn't be taping it. I would just do it before I finish the whole thing. But this cutting board is sanded and finished, so a little tape to protect it. Over here, we're gonna do the same thing. And I'm actually going to install this keyhole slot as if I was actually gonna hang this on the wall, so I want it to be centered. I'm gonna do this on the cutting board also, but just for this, 9 1/4 is halfway. All right, I need a bigger lens so you can see this. In order for this to work, so basically what it does is it makes a large hole, that's not a very good circle, a large hole that drops down into, and then you can see where it gets smaller. And so when you drag it over, it's gonna create a line like this. Now that looks a little bit phallic, but that's kind of what it looks like. This will all be hollowed out. So if this is our center right here, that's where we want that skinny portion to end up, because, you know, when our nail goes in, the head goes in there, slide over, and then boom, that's your balance point. You know, I kind of like the size of that. I just kind of eyeballed that, but it seems to work for me. How big is that? 1 inch. All right, beautiful. All right, and just based off this other cutting board, I think a couple inches in, like right in there, is gonna be perfect. All right, 1 router. Gonna need that. All right. Oh, I have too many accessories for this damn thing. I don't know what. Oh my gosh. This is driving me insane. I don't really know how much I'm supposed to leave, but let's try this. This seems good. Okay, plan is line it up, plunge in, lock the plunger, move it over, take it slow because I think we're gonna be, I don't know, hogging out quite a bit of material here. Okay, come on, baby. Here we go. Okay, well. All right, take our tape off. Things are looking good so far. Look at that. Woo, sweet. I love that. I love that. I like the depth. I like everything about it. All right, and now if we gotta make sure it hangs balanced. Excuse, oh, sorry, baby. Don't mind if I use your hat. We've got a nail. Find the opening, slide over. Come on. Okay, all right. All right, let's do the same thing on the walnut board. Yes. All right, lined up, ready to go. This is always the part where I'm like, God, should I tell people about this? But, you know, then I'm like, all right, well, you know, you did learn a lot on YouTube, so best share it with the world. All right, contact. Oh, all right, take the tape off and see what you've done. Wonderful. Oh my gosh, look at this. I love this. This is, I mean, perfect. Just discreet. You'd never know it was there, but then boom, she still sits solid. It's still a cutting board. It's still a charcuterie board. But wait, it's a wall piece. All right, let's see if she hangs on the wall. All right, now for the moment of truth here. Back to our wall, line it up, insert, slide over. I mean, come on, guys. What are we doing here? Oh, look at it. Now it's a wall piece. Oh, yes. Okay, I love that. Love it. Sweet. Who painted this? I can see a but, never mind. It hangs on just a nail, and now it's a decorative piece. Yes. All right, looks like we were never here. There you go, hat. All right, folks, that's it for this one. I mean, as you can tell, I'm pretty psyched about how this came out. One big note here, if you've seen this before, I just came up with this idea like 30 seconds ago, so I haven't done any kind of research, but if somebody's already done this, you know who's done it, you've seen it on the internet before, let me know in the comments. I want to give them credit because, you know, if this isn't an original idea, I'd love to know, and I'd love to give credit for whoever came up with it. If you're not part of the team, hit the subscribe button. Everything I used is below, all the links, all the great stuff. Check out my barn. I mean, busy boy. Check it out. See ya.